Welcome back to another exciting, action-packed edition of Geekdom Q&A. No gimmicks this time, folks. I'm not going to have any cartoon characters on here or parody accounts or any of that bullshit. I'm actually going to sit here and answer your questions from the Ask.fm. Feels like forever since I've done it, and I miss doing these because it gives me a chance to talk to you guys, face to face or whatever. So here we go. Joining me on this edition, though I'm not alone, but I don't have a cartoon character, even though he kind of looks like a cartoon character. Please welcome from Geek List TV, a man who you've probably heard me on his channel, and if you haven't, go check out his channel because I've been on there a couple times. It's Geek List TV. Please welcome MJ.
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me on here.
Yes, we're going to answer questions about Dragon Ball. Is that okay with you?
That is fine.
All right. Now, beforehand, this guy says, I've lost so much respect for you. Okay with the former not being a question? Okay, well, until you tell me what it is, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care if you lose respect for me, brother. You don't know me. Nobody who watches these videos knows the real us, except for a very few amount of people. I don't care. Have you done Universe 6 power scaling video? Because if you look back at the tournament, they all would have had the pretty damn strong Hypo Goku and Vegeta base, let alone SSJ. Every character would be above Kid Buu from James Hooper. Well, I've done a video about ranking the Universe 6 characters, so you can go check that out. It's pretty much what you're looking for. But the reality is that the Universe 6 fighters and the Universe 6 tournament, power scaling wise, really makes no sense. What do you have to add to this, MJ?
It does not make sense at all. It just seems there's an actual statement. I did a video as well on Universe 6 power scaling.
Go to the Geek List TV channel.
I compare Vegeta stating in both versions of Toyotaro manga and in the anime that Kaba is equal to him in base. It makes no goddamn sense for him to be able to take out Kaba as an SSJ. They should have been equal. The power scaling is fucked in there as well as it's fucked in the anime.
And yes, folks, if Kaba is equal to Vegeta in base, very good chance that he's stronger than Kid Buu. So, yeah, there you go. Do you think there could ever be a Justice League type team in the Dragon Ball universe with humans who got their powers randomly? It's not really the way Toriyama does things. So, not really, I don't think it would happen in Dragon Ball. All right, MJ, take this question that I have highlighted right there on the screen.
In Dragon Ball, Muten Roshi would blow up the moon.
Oh, he's correct. No, keep going. Keep going.
Would blow up the moon when Goku transformed. Goku, whatever.
There you go. If you're gonna go weeb, brother, go full weeb.
I'll go full weeb. Goku transformed in the tournament.
Budokai.
You know what?
DBZ, I'm fucking with you, bro. Keep going.
And DBZ, Vegeta.
Vegeta. It's Vegeta.
This dude. In DBZ, Vegeta tried to blow up Earth. How strong does a character need to be able to blow up a planet? Would Kudin and Yamcha be able to... Whatever, dude.
Yamcha
be able to do since they are now stronger than Vegeta was in the Saiyan saga?
I would say yes. But that's very inconsistent because Vegeta does claim that he can destroy the Earth. We don't actually see it, and we don't actually know if he can destroy it in one shot. He might not need to pulverize the thing, or he might just need to hit the core like Frieza did. This is another inconsistency. Because it's true, like Roshi did blow up the moon when Goku became an Uzaru. That is true. But the moon is smaller than the Earth. I do think, though, that Kuririn and Yamcha, or Krillin and Yamcha, I do think they can destroy the Earth. What do you think, MJ, the Geek Lister, or the former Geek Lister?
They should be able to. I mean, it's just one of those feet inconsistencies, like when Goku and Vegeta were charging up the Gallico and the Kamehameha. They were literally shaking the surrounding area and the Earth and everything. And then when Gohan goes SSJ2, he barely shakes the surrounding area that they're fighting in. It's just one of those inconsistencies. But even though we never seen them do it, I'm pretty sure they can do it.
But when Gohan and Cell were going at it, the whole thing was shaking. So,
the Kamehameha part.
Yeah. Let's see. Now I'm gonna be going down here. I saw you mentioning SSJ Rose first. A lot of YouTubers talked about it too with the collection of DBS toys. None of them, including you, made comments about the adult fusion character in the set. I pointed out in the comments, but didn't really see any response. Curious your thoughts. I did respond. I may not have seen your comment, and if I didn't, I apologize. I get a lot of comments from a lot of people that I don't get to respond to. Or maybe you commented way after I even checked the video. But if you're talking about the Gogeta, yes, Gogeta was there and so was Broly. This does not mean that they're going to be in Dragon Ball Super. It's just that they were included because they're characters in the Dragon Ball universe. It doesn't mean that they're going to be in Super. But the main thing from that Amazon Japan leak was the fact that Black had pink hair. That was the big thing. You know what I mean? That was the big thing. So, Geek Lister?
Oh, that was the news. You know, that was the news. So, SSJ Rose. Or Rose, right? That's how you say it?
Rose, yeah.
Rose.
Sounds like I'm getting drunk like you are right now. All right, take it.
Do you think the Super Saiyan 1,
Come
2,
on,
3
just say,
multipliers,
come on, bro, just fucking read it.
multipliers are still
You're annoying
accurate,
me already now.
are still accurate, like the 50 times multiplier of SSJ. I believe Daizenshu only meant it was 50 times multiplier for Goku when he first transformed against Frieza, because afterwards with all the training, especially now in Super with SSJB, I don't think it is. We kind of talked about that with the whole Kaba thing. Like, we don't even know what the multipliers are the same anymore. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I would think they are the same. We haven't really got anything different stated.
Now he brings up a good point though. He's saying, what if the 50 times multiplier was just for Goku? I don't remember. But I think in a later Daizenshu, I think that they pretty much retconned it so that the 50 times multiplier was for everybody or whatever. Yeah. And when I say retcon, it is still a retcon because Goku was the first one to achieve the form. Toriyama has said before that he originally wanted the multiplier to just be 2 times, but then he was like, screw it, let's go 50 times. But that was just Toriyama. Again, I got a video coming out soon about this, understanding Toriyama. You really can't take what he says seriously in that he'll just say shit like, oh yeah, well I just thought 50, whatever. He'll just arbitrarily make shit up as he goes along. So again, people try to apply like advanced mathematics to Dragon Ball and it doesn't really work because of just how fucked up the consistency of it is. Toriyama's just not that guy. Should they hire a continuity editor? Yeah, but they don't have one. So yeah, we don't know what the multipliers are for gods. What?
So I think Mike's looking for that job.
Why the fuck don't Vegeta know Kaioken and Spirit Bombs? Because if you fuse together, shouldn't you know everything the other knows? Remember before Piccolo fused with Kami, so Piccolo will have all his memory. It's a different kind of fusion, but you're right. I did do a video about that, about whether or not when you fuse, you retain the other person's memories. And the answer is that we don't know. So there you go. Would you change your name to Fuckboy for $900 quintillion? Well, like I see that third graders are leaving comments now. I asked a question about future Trunks having his potential unlocked, by the way, from Nicola, number shady. I don't know what question that is, so we're going to have to... Oh, maybe it's this one. Okay, take this one then, Geek Lister. Former Geek Lister. I keep calling you that. The former Geek Lister. Gabby. It's Gabby's fault for fucking... Oh, it's Gabby's fault.
Y'all never called me that. Now you're calling me that now after I changed it, but...
Oh, damn you, Gabby.
I have a theory about why Future Trunks is so strong. He said he was trained by the Supreme Kai of his time, so it isn't plausible that he, just like Gohan, had his potential unlocked. Because of this, he would actually be more powerful than we thought, and the power scaling would be somewhat better. We actually just talked about this right a little bit off air. It's kind of like, I think it's a little ridiculous that he is this strong. It's, when you look at base Goku, again, I did a video about how strong base Goku is in Dragon Ball Super. I would put him above almost every version of Buu. And Trunks comes back and, his balls are as big as Goku's, let's say. That's crazy. I don't see how he could have gotten that strong unless he was maybe getting Zenkais or, like you pointed out, getting his potential unlocked. But I don't think it was ever stated that he had potential, right? Like Gohan did that hidden potential.
Well, everybody has hidden potential. And Trunks is a half-breed. So if you're going to go all the way back to the beginning of the series... Vegeta and Nappa do, the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, not the beginning of Dragon Ball, Vegeta and Nappa do state that it seems or it appears like the half-breeds have the most potential. And this is, of course, reiterated by Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super when he says that Gohan has the most potential out of all of them, even though he has long since surpassed Gohan. He still says that. So, yes, it's possible that that could be the case.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have not seen this happen? We have not actually had Trunks tell us that, and until he does, it's just we don't know. Yeah, I do think Trunks is a bit too strong. I think it's just it really is. Power scaling Super is actually worse than power scaling the Buu Saga. It really is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
What if humans didn't wear clothes like animals? Well, the fact that you didn't fucking write wear, then, I mean, whatever. What happened if Goku pressed the button during the fight? Would the future Zeno come, or the same Zeno will come out from Fikri Zalani? I don't know. I have no idea. What do you think?
I mean, I would think there's only one Zeno. I would like to think that, if he's like the all-knowing being.
I will make you a deal. I'll trade you $500 for $50,000 to good deals. This is why I don't like answering Ask FMs, because you're either getting a bunch of dumb kids, or you're getting like people who aren't very funny or trolls. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I don't like Ask FMs as much as I used to, because you get tired of these stupid questions. Like, if you're a kid, like, I love everybody, but it's like, come on, like, don't try to be funny. It ain't gonna work. Would you be hyped for a Nas and AZ duet album? I know they did the firm with more introduction for Foxy Mega and Nature. I would, but not really. I'm kind of hip-hop's kind of done with hip-hop. I don't know. What about you? Do you care at all about this?
No, I'm more of a rock guy.
Yeah, that was kind of before your time. Let's go ahead and get some more questions here. Did you see episode 55 of Fucking Stupid? Who is your favorite singer of the English version of Dragon Soul? Mine is Vic Mignogna. Well, the problem is, Lee John Cooper, there's only one guy who sings the English version, and it is Vic Mignogna. So I guess by default, he's my favorite. Your voice is annoying, but it's also sexy.
I agree.
Wow, fuck you, and thank you. Do you think or want Trunks to return in Dragon Ball Super? Very funny. Purple Latino, can you make a video about top 10 you don't want to have retcon and DBS? Yeah, anything. Favorite Dragon Ball GT character? What's yours?
Mine would probably be...
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Like, there really are. Like out of all the dragons, like, I really like pretty much all of them. I like the Fire Dragon a lot. And I like Nuova Shenron, they called him the dub. And I like Baby as a villain as well. And I like General Rule, though, too.
Even side characters are kind of badass. Like Legic, like I liked his kind of whole perspective on fighting. You know what I mean? Like he was pretty cool.
And General Rude, or Lude, or whatever, the big cat thing. Turn people into dolls.
Yeah, a lot of the characters were good in GT. I'd probably say Legic, because he was a real badass to me, the way he just got back up and was like, we'll fight someday, you know? I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like him. I think for me, it'll be Baby.
For Baby, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Constantino Novaldo Jr. Hey, Big D, love you. Content, can't get enough. Thank you. I was wondering if you could please explain the step-by-step process of asking out a girl. I have the confidence, just don't know the steps. Like, was to say. I would appreciate if you could tell me the basics. Thanks, man. Keep up what you're doing. Well, I don't know if there is a step-by-step process. It's kind of a case-by-case thing. You know, like, it's hard to answer that because, again, people send in these relationship questions, and I don't really have enough information, right, for me to tell you exactly what to do. I would say, again, it's hard for me to answer this question. I need more information. But if you have the confidence, then just walk up to her when you see her and tell her you want to hang out with her one-on-one. And that's it. And figure out a place you want to go. And that's it. It really is that simple.
I literally thought you were going to say walk up to her and smack her ass. I don't know why that popped in my head. I thought you were just going to say
You can do that, too, if you want. If you got the confidence, it might actually work.
That's true.
How do you feel about Krill looking like a kid in Super, you know, with that haircut and the taco shirt, Nate Quinones? I love it. He's also a cop, too.
The taco shirt's pretty badass. He's cool. I mean, he does look shorter, though. I noticed that's been a problem with people, right? That he does look shorter.
Everybody looks shorter in Dragon Ball Super, including Kaioshin. So, yeah. What do you think about it? I mean, I know you're a big fan of tacos based on your ethnicity.
I'm a fan of the taco shirt, but I mean, I don't really know what to say. I'm okay with it. I mean, him being short kind of does annoy me, though, because he wasn't as a midget as he was in Z, you know? He was pretty average size, I would say.
He was never, his size changed all the time. Congrats on 100K. I've been watching since 13K, and I plan to continue until I die, so keep up the good work. Well, thank you. Hopefully you won't die anytime soon, though. I hope. Hopefully you'll outlive my channel. So, did you watch the DBZ versus One Punch Man by Master Media? If you did you enjoy it? Yes, I did. I was gonna react to it, but it's kind of late now. I did enjoy it. Did you see that? The Master Media DBZ?
I did not watch it. It's DBZ versus One Punch Man.
It's Goku versus Saitama. It's like 9 parts. It's a custom animation that he did.
I'm gonna have to check that out then. Alright.
Hey, Geekdom, do you think the hyperbolic time chamber is a time violation to the gods? Like, it's not time travel, but it's manipulating time, so is it a violation, Nate Quinones? You have to ask the gods, bro. I don't know. And honestly, you would think that Goku and Vegeta told Whis and Beerus they were going to go train in the Room of Spirit and Time before they did. During, you know, they were in there for 3 years or whatever. So, I think they don't care. Really.
Yeah.
Okay, again, this is the same question. I'm a huge fan of yours. Had 5,000 subs. Love your content. Can't get enough. That's something to do with asking out a girl. I have the confidence on the right steps. I already did. There is no step. Just go do it. All right. Breton asks. Go ahead. Take this one. Actually, wait. Stop. It's a 2-part. Okay, we'll start here and then we'll go up. Go ahead.
Okay. If you could alter the appearance or abilities of any transformation, would you and how? If you could take away some character transformations and or give others some, would you? How, dude, this is making me like woozy. How so?
Well, you're already drunk, bro. Too much tequila in your system.
If you can make the characters relevant again, how would you do so with each? Make a video about it. Laugh aloud. And finally, Dragon Ball was supposed to be a martial arts show, but the choreography nowadays tends to only show pure strength. Do you think the choreography should have a much more martial arts vibe to it? Crazy ass flips, kicks, and shit.
Well, I want to work my way backwards. Yes, I would love more martial arts stuff. More like maybe submission holds. More of an actual blocking technique, like what Resurrection F gave us, directed by Tadayoshi Yamamuro. That I would like. I do think it kind of became a little bit lazy now. Moving down to these old questions, if you could alter the appearance or ability of any transformation, the only thing I would really do right now is take away SS God's healing factor, because I thought that it was, even though it was cool, it was also like people are now saying that it's stronger than Blue because of that or whatever. It has the ability and Blue doesn't. It doesn't really make much sense. We don't really see that healing factor again. I would probably keep that red-haired form around. Also, if you could take away some character transformations or give him some, would you? Yes, I would give Vegeta the red-haired form without question. I thought that was a missed opportunity for merchandise.
That was.
As far as making characters relevant again, that's too much to talk about here. Maybe I will make a video about it, maybe. But the bottom line is, we did one about Gohan. So what do you think? How do you feel about this?
If I could alter a transformation, it would probably be SSJ4, because that's my favorite transformation of all time. But looking at the way the auras for like Black and Beerus and Goku and Vegeta have been lately with the God transformations, it just seems like, I think the way that form was so distinctively different from the other transformations, it should have had its own distinctive aura, in my opinion.
You had like a yellow aura, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was almost the same as like SSJ3's aura, which is fine. The transformation is still the best out of anything that we've got. I just think it would have been cool if it had its own distinctive aura. As far as making the characters relevant again, revive Frieza and have him train them. I mean, look how much he made Takuma strong, you know? Takuma got major gains, so...
Well, yeah.
He could take Krillin to straight up Vegeta level.
Danny, you have to agree with me. Stupendous Wave would be a great writer for Episode 8 if they ever hired him. Would you collab with him? He might be the most credible Star Wars YouTuber, like you're the most credible Dragon Ball YouTuber. You know what? I'm going to send him this shit right now. I'm going to send him this right now. Right now you're seeing it on my screen. I'm snipping. We're going to Twitter. Right now, live. Let's see. Where is Stupendous Wave? And yes, I do love Stupendous Wave, bro. I do love this man. Even my marks love you, brother. That's how much of a... Yes, I do like Stupendous Wave. Yes, Stupendous Wave is a great Star Wars YouTuber. As far as most credible, there's a lot of good ones. Do you follow Stupendous Wave at all?
I heard of him from you, but I don't really watch his videos that much.
Yeah, he's... Well, you have to be into Star Wars. He's super fucking great. There's a lot of great ones though, like Dash. Who else do I like? I like Chris Pirillo, of course. Urban Acolytes is great too. Star Wars Explained, Star Geek. Just
Oh, yeah, I think my friend watches him too.
yeah, they're just they all bring something different. I mean, they're kind of like us. They are a lot like us, except that with those guys I just named, they're all like I said, they're all like us. Like Stupendous Wave is like a combination of me and Quinn, and then like Explain is like a combination of me and Rob. I don't want to put me in there, but he is more like Rob. Rob as in Comics Explained. And then
Yeah.
you've got like Mitch Dash, who's kind of like a mix between like Super Jayan and he takes a little bit of Jay, a little bit of like Dino, and a little bit of Mike from Laughing Stock Media, in that he's really like a nerd, but he comes on camera, he's Australian. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good Star Wars YouTubers. There's a lot. I was ranting about this on Twitter yesterday, as of this recording. Isn't it kind of stupid when DB tubers make videos like saying how strong a form will be even before we see a promo of it? Yes, it is very stupid, if you want me to be honest with you. What's more important, artwork or story? For me, story. What about you?
Yeah, story.
Do you think Grand Kai's planet has 10 times gravity like King Kai's planet? I don't know. They never tell us that. What do you think?
It's possible, but it's never stated.
All right. Do you watch Dark Matter 2525? I've never heard of him. Who is that? Do you know who that is?
Never heard of him either.
All right. How old do you think Cell is? Well, okay, he's asking how old do you think Frieza is, right?
Yeah.
We can estimate he's over 50 years old. Cell, we can actually know exactly how old he is if you freaking take the time of when he was, or approximate time of when he was actually being worked on. You can take a much more approximate time. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and freaking think about what time that is. I'm just not gonna do the math right now. But if you do the math based on when he was first kind of as an embryo, right?
Yeah.
Sometime during the 3-year gap is when they started making him, and so he's not very old. And then he eventually would become a larva, many years later. Just do the math, or I'm not gonna do it right now. I have to think about it. If you had a sister, would you fuck her to save her life? I'd fuck her just because I wanted to if she was hot. But what about you?
No.
Okay. Well, you do have a sister.
Maybe. Stepsister, maybe. If it's stepsister, man, I'll go balls deep.
You freak.
Whatever.
Dragon Ball Nation versus Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. Never seen him play that game. Never seen him play this game. Let's move down. Dummy, can you talk? I get that joke. That's a wrestling joke. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Is Dragon Ball Super a different timeline? Majin Buu. I've seen Majin Buu in Dragon Ball Super, but I haven't seen Goten. You haven't seen Goten in Dragon Ball Super, even though he's like all over the. You're an idiot. Sorry, you're a fucking idiot. Hawk and Tien Shin Han fire square key blasts when his hands are clearly shaped in a triangle. Well, they're not, Piotr Zyutsev, because if you look at his hand movement, it's not a triangle, it's actually a rectangle. If you look very closely, put your hand in that shape, right? It actually has 4 sides, not 3, and they call it a tri-beam because the dub changed the name, because who the fuck cares? It's a dub thing. Do you think we'll ever be Oob in Dragon Ball Super? No. All right, let's see. Okay, this guy's just trying to be funny and failing. The troll your mom told you about. This guy right here is making like sick jokes that aren't funny, bro. Like, you're not funny, dude. Is Dragon Ball the Frozen of the shonen anime manga from Purple? Do you think that? I don't.
No. I don't think so. I mean, what do you think?
I don't think so either. Now here's another Einstein, right? Another rocket scientist. If Goku's family is named after food, why is his wife named Chi-Chi? Well, you see there, little boy. When Toriyama was writing Dragon Ball, first of all, there's this thing before Dragon Ball Z called Dragon Ball, right? You should watch it if you haven't. When he first was writing the series, Goku and Chi-Chi weren't married. He didn't plan on them getting married when he first wrote the series. So how can her name be named after food if he never planned on them getting married? Hopefully that answers your question. Einstein.
Yeah.
Am I a dick right now? Am I being a dick? Tell the truth. Am I being a dick? I'm not
No, I don't
trying
think
to
you
be.
are.
This is why I don't like doing Ask FM as much as I used to, bro, because these questions bug the shit out of me. All right. Why does no one ever ask Toriyama in interviews whether or not GT is canon? Because he's already answered this. He says GT is a grand side story. That's the answer.
Side story.
Since a lot of people are now unhappy with Super, could GT begin to be remembered more fondly? I think that is happening. What do you think?
I think so too, because you gotta think about it, man. The first 2 arcs were pretty bad, except for like maybe one small little detail, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's pretty bad when you can say the first 27, 28 episodes of an arc are unwatchable. You know, that's bad in my opinion.
This
Big
guy right
deal.
here.
Why do you say?
He's an idiot, bro.
My
Can you
bad.
make a video how to become a great artist? Well, I'm not a great artist, so I don't know how I can make a video by becoming one. Of course, we're talking about, like drawings. Okay, why does Kayo Kikuchi music get so much hate? Well, it's not that it gets a lot of hate. It's that the music placements in Kai with Kikuchi's score is not as fitting as it was for Dragon Ball Z. So I think that's why. I personally don't hate the Kikuchi score in Kai. I just don't think it fits as well as the custom Yamamoto score that they had to take off because of the plagiarism scandal. So
Yeah.
I can't speak for everyone, but my opinion, I don't think it gets that much hate. It's just not placed well. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of do agree with Frozen Particle over the Yamamoto score probably being better, but even though there's a whole plagiarism deal, but other than that, I just don't think it fits. You know, that's me, in my opinion.
This is a good question. Take this one.
Do you think film critics are too harsh and hate movies that are just meant to be fun popcorn flicks? I actually have a friend, James Oster, who's a film critic, and I've talked to him about this before.
You say Steve Austin?
No, James Oster.
Oh, okay. Oh, James Oster. Okay, I know who that
Yeah.
is.
He said, we talked on Skype. He said film critics do not go in to a movie with a notepad, writing down things to hate about every single movie they watch. It's just opinions, you know what I mean? Like people love fun popcorn flicks, like I do. Like I love Friday the 13th Part 5, horrible fucking film, but I still love it. You know what I mean? And that's just a popcorn movie. You know, you're not supposed to take that shit seriously. You know, but that's just my opinion.
I
But
think
I don't think they're too harsh.
No, I think it depends on the critic. Cause like, I think if you go into the movie knowing what it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
you can be more of an unbiased critic. The only problem is that everybody has their own opinion of what things are supposed to be. I think it all comes down to how well the
Yeah.
movie's made. I think
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to, and how good the story is, and what your emotions you're feeling about by the end,
Yeah.
Take this one.
I know it will probably never happen because it's too financially demanding, but would you like Funimation to ever redub any old Dragon Ball material, movies, DBZ, GT, to have Kai level acting, or do you think it's best to leave the old dubs as they are?
I absolutely would love it if they went back and redubbed everything, but it's not going to happen. I don't think it's because of financially
Yeah.
demanding. I think it's just there's no point in them doing that again. That's what I think a lot of it is. What do you think?
I would like for them to go back and kind of refresh and better acting on the Dragon Ball part, because I love Dragon Ball. I love that more than anything else. So I'd rather have them do that, but it's not going to happen.
Go ahead and read this one.
Is there any significant differences between the script for Kai's English dub and the original Japanese version? I know things are phrased differently and whatnot, but I don't really count that as a script change, more paraphrase of the original text with the same meaning.
What do you think? Or do you remember any? I only have one.
I can't think off the top of my head.
I can only think of one off the top of my head, and that's when they go in the Room of Spirit and Time. And in the Japanese version, Goku says that the Room of Spirit and Time is the size of the whole Earth. Whereas in the Kai dub, I believe he says something like, it looks like it never ends or something like that. So, I mean, that's small. I haven't noticed anything too major.
Huh.
I
That's
don't want to
interesting,
answer
huh?
this one right now, but all right, we got this. I answered this before, and it didn't happen, so that's not the case. You know what the booker? I know. You know what a booker is what he's saying. I know what a booker is. I know what a liar is. I know what a goof is. All right, let's go ahead and answer. We're gonna close out with these 3 questions here, folks. Go ahead. We'll start with 1. I'll read 2, then you read 3, and we'll get out of here.
I was watching your video with AJ, and I found it interesting that you said if Bandai wants a new Dragon Ball series, especially when there's potential for huge monetary gain, it would look bad on Toei if they refused. I'm fucking
Yes.
confused.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much. Actually, AJ's the one who said that, but he's right. Like, but maybe I said it. I don't remember. Yeah. Bandai has wanted for years. Here's some behind the scenes information. Okay. So for years, Bandai has wanted a Dragon Ball Hero series because people have to understand something about Japan. Dragon Ball's revival over there was not because of Kai or because of even Super or Battle of Gods. Now, those things helped, but the initial, before all this was Dragon Ball Heroes. Kai came out, and Kai merchandise, when it first came out, bombed. Everything was rebranded as Kai, didn't do so well. Once Dragon Ball Heroes came out, that's when it was like, okay, now people are into it again. So that game is pretty much the reason why we've had more Dragon Ball games, more Dragon Ball content. Bandai has wanted Toei to produce a Dragon Ball Heroes animated series. Now, there is a Dragon Ball Heroes manga that Toyotaro drew, so they're halfway there, but essentially, Toei has just never done it for reasons unbeknownst to me. I guess Toriyama wasn't really into it, and then with these new movies that came out, Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, now, in combination with another issue, which is Fuji TV. See, Fuji TV needs a time slot filled. Dragon Ball Kai was there. Dragon Ball Kai ended and was replaced by Toriko. Toriko bombed completely. Yeah. And then that's what caused them to air the Kai Buu Saga, which was dubbed years ago. The Kai Buu Saga has been finished forever, Japanese side. Dub side, Funimation, it's also been finished, but we're waiting for a release. So, once Toriko failed and they aired the Buu Saga of Kai, then they needed something to fill that time slot. Hey, Resurrection F made money. Boom, let's put it in there. And that's pretty much what happened. So that's pretty much the story. He continues to say, I know Toriyama hasn't, for the most part, wanted there to be a new series over the past 20 years. I mean, I don't think he's cared that much is what it is. I was wondering how would it have been before Dragon Ball Super was released if Bandai wanted to have him, but Toriyama didn't. Would Toei still respect his wishes like they did when they made Kai instead? I think they would respect his wishes. I think that if Toriyama quits now, I think they would still keep going and still make more Dragon Ball. So, yeah. I think that they would respect him, but they'd probably move on because of how much money this fucking thing makes. So, is North Korea the best Korea? I don't know. I'm gonna go for one more question, bro. I'm just trying to pick a good one for us both to answer. Do you like QNA 12? Yeah. What's the difference between a Kayo and a Kaioshin? Kayo is Kaio-sama, which is King Kai, those Kais, and Kaioshins are a level above. Kaio-sama is the Lord of Worlds, Kaioshin's the God King of the world. So, dummy, can you talk? Didn't anyone tell you I was born standing up? This guy's a big fan of K-Fabulous, I can tell, because of those jokes. Do you think that at this stage is possible that the Asian English Dragon Ball Super dub doesn't exist? It was meant to debut in July, but still haven't heard anything. You're right. I have no idea what's going on with that. I have no idea. He asked if you think you can behind schedule. I don't know. It's very possible. When would you have Broken Matt on Lucha Brothers? Oh, this guy again, bro. All right. Yes, I love Superman 64. That dude Geek didn't see any good. No, he sucks. The Raspberry. Do you like giving the D? Do a Q&A with Hail Zeon. Damn it. Look at this shit. These trolls. All right. This is the last question right here. Take it.
Hey, Geekdom, why hasn't Beerus gone to sleep again in Super? He also hasn't destroyed anything in a while. I understand that he was focused on the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament, but what excuse does he have now to not destroy anything or go on his long naps? Thanks.
Well, as far as him not destroying anything, I mean, maybe he just hasn't had a reason to, but I don't know why he hasn't gone back to sleep. You would think that after the multiversal or universal tournament, you would think they would have gone back to sleep, but he didn't. What do you think?
Is there really that much of a time gap between Universal Tournament and the whole Monaka stuff and Trunks arriving? Because
I
if not,
I don't know. They never really tell us, do they?
yeah. Because now that I remember Vegeta was on Whis' planet when on that episode 47, the debut of Trunks. So Vegeta probably went straight back over to the train. So
Yeah,
I
they
don't
both
know.
did, but why hasn't? But that's with Whis. Why hasn't Beerus gone back to sleep? We don't even know. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Hmm.
Yeah, we don't know. Unfortunately, I hate to end a video like that, but the answer is we don't know. Maybe he likes Goku. Maybe he likes hanging out with Goku. This
They're
question
buddies
again.
now.
We're getting repeat questions here. All right. So, anyways, thanks again, guys, for checking out the Q&A. I hope you had fun with me here. I always have fun answering your questions, even though some of them are giving me a headache. I still love answering them, and I will continue to do so. And of course, check out Geek List TV. MJ, what do you got coming up on Geek List TV?
I actually got a video coming up on Saturday about
Well,
how
this is gonna
strong.
air after Saturday, so it was
Okay,
up on Saturday.
okay. It's gonna be about General Rildo and how strong he was in GT.
Okay, you should go check that out, folks. Thank you,
Was it?
MJ. I said thank you.
You're welcome.
This guy's drunk. We'll we'll catch y'all down the road.
Oh,
I can't even
fuck.
turn this off. Wait, here we go. I'll turn it off.